We're gonna start with a battered shrimp taco, and to dress that taco, I'm gonna make a jicama, apple, and cucumber slaw. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of a salsa de guacamole. Delicious. So we're gonna start with that slaw, and the first thing to start with that slaw is that creamy dressing. So I'm gonna eyeball here about a 1/4 cup of mayo, 1 tablespoon of mustard, a tablespoon of sweet chipotles, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 3 tablespoons of Mexican crema. And then I'm adding salt, about a teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper, the juice of 2 limes. And then I'm adding celery seeds. So let's taste. This is creamy, it's tangy, it's a little bit spicy, it's a little bit sweet. I have a half of an English cucumber, 1 green apple that I also cut into matchstick pieces. Then I'm gonna also add half of this jicama. Cut the skin just like this. You can do it with a knife. Okay, so I'm gonna slice the jicama. Now we're gonna cut this into matchstick. Then I'm adding a 1/4 of this red onion, and we're gonna cut it into plumitas, or like very thin slivers. And now we're adding a serranito. And then we're just gonna mix these. We're just getting started. We're gonna make something that you find in every possible taqueria. You always have a salsa roja, you always have a salsa verde, and you always have a very liquidy green thing that they call guacamole, but it's really a guacamole salsa. I have a pound of cooked tomatillos, and I just husked and cleaned my tomatillos and cooked them over simmering water. It was like 8 to 10 minutes as I was making the slaw. You were with me, you were watching me. And then you can add a jalapeno or a serrano, or just add both. And then I'm just adding a bunch of cilantro, and I am adding the leaves, breaking this in here, so satisfying. Adding a teaspoon of salt, 1 ripe avocado, a piece of white onion. Puree this until smooth. Now we have our slaw, we have our salsa de guacamole. Now we're gonna make our shrimp taco. I have large shrimp, and I really wanted to get large shrimp because I want to have nice plump bites of shrimp. So we have 1 cup of all-purpose flour. This is a teaspoon of ground cumin, and this is a teaspoon of ground chipotle, salt, 1 teaspoon, ground black pepper. So I'm adding 1 1/4 cups of seltzer. You can see the bubbles are making the flour react, and we're gonna have a very puffy batter. So we're gonna whisk. So you just wanna make sure that there are no clumps. I'm using safflower oil, which is perfect for frying. It is high heat stable. Its smoke point, it's up to 450 degrees. If you have a thermometer, you could test your oil. It should be at 350 to 375. So I'm going to coat my shrimp in the batter. And this is perfect. You want the oil to really actively bubble all around the shrimp. Look at that. And you know what? I'm being quick. So it is like a minute per side or 2 minutes altogether, because shrimp are delightful when they're just cooked, but you don't want them overcooked because they will turn rubbery. Now, I'm using safflower oil, which is neutral in taste and aroma. So it's not going to impart any extraneous flavor to your dish. It's going to help your ingredients have the best of their flavors shine through. I mean, you know how good this is gonna be. Like, I already know. This is ridiculous. when you bite, the first thing you bite into is that salsa de guacamole, and then you go through the crunch of the slaw, and then you get through the plump shrimp, and then the flour tortilla. This is your next, not only shrimp taco or seafood taco, like this is your next taco that you're gonna make for your friends at home. It's gonna be a keeper.